In today's unboxing, we take a look at Catacombs Cubes. Let's take a look.
There are hobbyists among us, geniuses with the ability to play any game they want to. In 1978, a corporation known as The Interior isolated a young hobbyist named John and exploited his genius for their entertainment.
Then one day, their hobbyist ran away.
Here I have Catacombs Cubes. Now with this, I also have the neoprene mat that came with it, and this is the Kickstarter edition, so I did get this little pamphlet to go over what to expect from the box. And some of the things that it talks about are the Kickstarter exclusive. These 9 tiles, we'll be looking at those here, as well as some replacement stickers. So we will also look at these and compare them to what's in the box. So let's put that off to the side and let's take a look at this. There we go. 1 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, age range of 14 plus, and it does have solo mode. That is awesome. A little bit of lore, kind of what it looks like out on the table. Nice little graphic, kind of what the building section with the building looks like, and then all of your components. In Catacombs Cubes, take on the role of a hero and help build a fantasy town of Stormtime. Players draft wood cubes and use them to construct buildings for the town. Resource management, strategic tile placement, and contributions to the palace will determine the winner. Well, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and crack this open and take a look at what we have. Here we go. And like most games, right off the rip, we have the instructions. Let's go ahead and make our temp table. There we go. And then some added lore. All of the components and very nice visual representation of everything. And then applying the dice stickers. Now, so now we know what those stickers were for. Where are they? There we go. So now we know what these stickers are for, and I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this. I hate when you have to put on your own stickers to something like this. I don't know. We'll have to take a better look, but we'll definitely compare the sticker sheet. Let's see. So far this looks the same from this and this. In the game overview, let's move you over just a hair more. There we go. And the setup. Oh, and I like this. This is something I really do like, where they're showing, you know, the setup of the board, what it kind of looks like. That's really nice. Starting resources, rule players. Drafting and the structures. Very cool. And then building the structure, and they're showing you all the different things that you can do to build that. They're showing 2 different methods of building that same one. Nectar's coins. And then ending game. And then here for solo. Very cool. Just kind of have its own little setup and instructions and everything. That's very cool. I like that. Oh, I just got excited, guys. Ending the game. Okay, and then the solo end. So you can see where you fall. The solo scoring. But then right here, this is something I'm always looking for in a game. Always excited to see. Because again, especially when you have here, this is a great example. You have a whole different section, separate section for solo and playing with multiple people. And so here you might be looking for the query dice. Well, I guess it only shows up to one, the query board, but it's on page 6 and 7. You know, one of those might be for solo, one might be not, or what have you. Here, look at all the different pages that the coins are referenced in here. I mean, when you're going through and looking for it, you might miss page 10 where it's in here and skip that, and that might be the very thing that you were looking for. So that is very awesome that they've provided that kind of a thing. And then a nice little reference sheet at the back. This I always like to see as well. Though I do like it in the book, but then I do also like to have a separate card or something as well. So we'll see if they have provided any kind of additional reference sheet. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side. Oh, and then here we have our sticker sheet that came with the game. All right, so let's see here. So here's the one that came with the game. And then here is the one that came with the Kickstarter. So there must be something different. So far, everything's looking the same. I don't see where they would have had to reprint this. Everything looks the same to me. I don't get it. One of these must be different. They just went ahead and, for ease, just reprinted the whole sheet. But I'm not seeing it. That's crazy. Could it be the size of them? Maybe the size of the punch wasn't good. I have no idea. I mean, it even says this is the corrected sticker sheet. Weird. Okay. Set that off to the side. Alright, and then here is our board. Now that looks pretty dang warped. Holy cow. What is that? Man, am I glad I got that neoprene mat. This is ridiculous. I don't even know how that would have happened. I guess I'll have to try to flatten that or something. Interesting. And then our build. Well, that's double-sided, but it doesn't look like that's. It looks like that's just graphics. And here are our different players. Let's see. That all looks the same. The same. So just the name and graphics are different. It would have been interesting if each player played slightly different. I like the thickness though here. I mean, that's a nice thick board. Let's see. Very cool. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something we might have just missed. The back is different. So I'm wondering if maybe one side is used for regular game and one side is used for solo. And this now, notice these are different though as well. There we go. So that's cool. There we go. See? Don't know what it means, but that I'm digging that. I'm digging that I'm seeing something different going on. Give it a reason for the multiple different characters. I'm absolutely loving that. And then we have our different buildings that we can do. Let's see. So on the back, yeah. On the back is the image of the buildings. Ooh. So these must be, if you connect a red to a red, you probably get some kind of bonus. Oh, that's interesting. Here they even show like a two-dimensional version of what it looks like. Oh no, these are cool. Some castles or something. These must be the special buildings. I wonder what's that. Huh, weird. And then a couple more. And then since we are on to the tiles here, let's go ahead and look at this. This is the Kickstarter exclusive tiles or the stretch goals that came. Here we go. Very cool. And then some tokens. Those look pretty much all the same. Coins on the other side. And then tokens for the tiles. And then all of our cubes. Now here's those dice. So I mean, I kind of like. I mean, they're wooden. Ow, that kind of hurt. They're, you know, wooden dice, so they are kind of unique in that sense, and they kind of go with the game. You know, being that the cubes are all wooden cubes and everything, but I don't know if I like having to put on your own stickers. All right, so up first, let's pull out our rule book once again. And here we go. So let's look at this. Let's see if we can't figure something out. All right, so here, these would be our resident ownership trackers. And it looks like they're all the same, just orange, a pink, blue, or white. And then palace trackers. I like how they put one of these little gel packs in every single one of these little bags, as well as actually giving Ziploc bags for these. This is going to make storage so much nicer for this game. There we go. For that Palace tracker. And then here we go, some larger ones for the Victory tracker. This is probably going to be the one that's going around the board as you're moving along. Let's see. Don't Palace tracker, get back in your spot. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's probably what that is. And then this next huge Corey Foreman tracker. So you're tracking a lot of stuff. And it's just a giant red cube. Nothing special there. Alright, and then again the dice, we've already taken a look at that. And then our different cube types or quarry resource types. Our clay quarry. So it looks like it's going to be 4 cubes big. Our crystal. And stone. See, and of course you need these weird size ones because when we were looking at some of the buildings, let's see. Because some of them, like this one, I mean, you can see they kind of jet out. Well, I guess you might be able to use that one to kind of jet it out. Because you have to use something to you know, be able to have those outs. Like here, another example where so that one might have to be there and then the flattens up or something. Very cool. All right, bamboo. So this has a very Tetris vibe to me. I guarantee this is going to be one of the games that the wife absolutely loves. She loves Tetris. And glass. And then the single cube size obsidian. My son would get a kick out of these huge Minecraft fan. Very cool. I like the components. I like what I'm seeing here. You know, everything is built nice. I'm loving this trade, you know, to hold everything. Really, the only thing that I am not super keen on as of right now are these build your own die. Mainly because, you know, it's you're supposed to be able to put them on there and they stay on there. And if this was done in a way that the faces could be, you know, changed as you go, that's a different matter. But here, you're actually having to build them. But it is giving them a very unique feel. I'm so torn on this because I love the idea of these wooden die. I just wish the stickers were already on here. Now, in putting everything back in the box to do the final for the video, a couple things I did want to point out. I do like the packaging. All of the tiles fit in here nice. There's plenty of room here for expansions, for added things in to fit into the base game. I went ahead and put the stretch goals plus this marker, whatever this is, in here. So even though there are some like blue, there's nothing on here on these stretch goal ones or on these that designates them from base game to stretch goals. So for future videos, for future playthroughs, setups and everything, I want to make sure that I only use core material just in case. So I want to make sure I try to keep those separate as best I can. I might need to do something, put a little marker or something myself on those. I don't know yet. Something else that I wanted to point out were the tokens. Now all of the tokens, whether these square ones or these round ones, they, like the large ones, punch really well, but they all have one little bit where it is kind of a hard punch, where you actually do have to still break the paper for the token. I have not had any issues, nothing, no damage, no problems with any of these. It is just something to keep of note, so when you are doing yours, you watch that, that you don't go too fast or too haphazardly and then wind up ripping some of yours. The other thing that I noticed was that there's really no place to put these tokens. Now here I just have an empty slot, you know, after I've kind of put in all my big tiles. So I just put the coin type ones here, and then I guess I'm gonna try to fit all of the cubes in this side, but there's really no designated spot for these tokens and no bags. So I wish they would have just provided, I mean, here they went so to the nines and put every single one of these in its own bag with their own demoisturizer pads in here. That is so awesome. Just 2 more baggies. That's all you need to do. Put 2 more baggies, 1 for each of these, I'd assume, because I don't think we would need one to separate. Like I said, it won't be until I really dive into the rules to find out how freaky I need to get. If I need to have 4 different bags, so I can put all the blues in together, for ease. If that makes more sense, or if it's okay just to have them all separate, I don't know until I really dive into the rules and see exactly what all this kind of stuff is used for. But on the rip, at first glance, I'm thinking just 2 more bags is what's needed to really, put this up to really be able to help out and put everything, above board. Bye. There, very cool. Here I have the playmat, and this thing is absolutely huge. I left the blue down, my blue mat. Usually when I put the playmats down, especially for playthroughs or anything, I'll remove the blue mat. But here I wanted to be able to show off just its size, and it is a square 33 by 33. And then also, the only thing this doesn't have is our players. So you will also need, I'm assuming, additional area for your player boards. But as big as this is, it does look like it is going to take up or free up some space, because they've kind of consolidated things. Because here we have that. And, well, maybe not. Maybe just they rearranged everything. Because that's about the same size, those two together. But they have done it so this is now kind of like in the center, and this is a giant outside. But I think I like the design here, this single side design better. So that is another nice thing I liked about the mat, that I'm now seeing actually putting stuff out here and accounting for its size. So that's nice. I like that. And then here we can see there's plenty of room. It looks like they have given us, and for me to even have it on camera, the bottom line here of ones isn't even shown. But I'm guessing that this is going to be big enough for any size game you want, because if I remember right, the different player counts use different sizes. This definitely is going to take a little bit of real estate to play, but I don't think it's anything too extravagant. that's going to get in the way of a majority of the people's gaming. So that is nice. I love the art on here. Everything looks nice. It's a little thinner than what I probably would have liked. I don't know if y'all can sense that. I mean, there you go. I don't know if that's how you can get an idea of the thickness of the mat. It's very thin. I'm kind of wishing it had the edge stitching. I'm guessing because this is a thinner mat, there is no edge stitching. But I'm wishing it would have that most of the mats nowadays will have. Other than that, I'm really liking it. These kind of mats usually help with gameplay for picking things up, moving things along. Usually they're even more so with card games. I realize this doesn't use any cards, but when you have blocks that might be falling down or whatever, having them fall onto this mat, it's going to be very nice. So, you know, probably you'll save the blocks, save your table. So I like that. And then just picking things up, usually off of mats, is a lot easier than off of the table. So I'm definitely glad that I got this player mat add-on. Well, that is everything for this unboxing of Catacombs Cubes. And I am sure you are wondering the exact same thing I was. Will everything for the base game and the Kickstarter exclusives along with that player mat fit in the box, fit back in the box? And I am happy to say yes, it does. Now, of course, since it is a mat, it does want to expand a little bit, so we can see it lifts the lid up. But again, because it is that mat, it will compress on itself, and the box seals just fine. So it's 100% closed. So it will fit on your shelf, fit, you know, where you need it to be, with stuff on top, not worrying about anything. Everything in the box, everything you need to play, done up here. You don't have to worry about anything else. That is absolutely fantastic. I love that a whole lot. Well, I hope this unboxing has helped you to determine if this game is something that you would be interested in for yourself, if this is a game you would like to add to your collection. Well, until next time, guys, I'll see you later.